Welcome to Gaming News. Today we have some doozies for you. I hope you're ready and hope you're refreshed for something so exhilarating. And because we have quite actually a few things for you. First and foremost, we're going to actually talk about EA and Valve, which is some big news that's apparently going on. Something you may not know and may not probably understand is that apparently these big companies have decided to partner up. EA is going to be putting their streaming service onto Steam. So now you'd be able to actually connect to it. If you're a Steam player, you'd be able to, play whatever EA games I guess you have access to through there. What does that necessarily mean if you're going to be able to purchase games? It doesn't seem to be that's going to be the case. It seems more of it is just going to be a subscription method and you're going to be able to play those games. Obviously, this benefits EA a lot more, probably a lot more than Valve. However, having those games as well will probably bring other customers to them, and I'm pretty sure EA paid them a good deal of money in order to have their service there. A lot of Steam users are very opinionated. From what I just hear, obviously from news, as well as from my own brother, depending on types of game. Obviously, you've heard of the whole Borderlands controversy, all these games going to Epic Store, people just bombing and reviewing all these different games from them. So we'll see exactly what occurs with EA. EA is definitely known for having quite a bit of controversy themselves, actually being known as one of the worst companies. And we'll see if they actually win that title this year. But for those of you who are looking forward to this, who want to have these EA subscription, well, rejoice, because that's what's going on. And of course, it's saying it's going to be Jedi Fallen Order launch November 15, which says available for pre-order, but that's when it's going to kick off. So you have a wide variety of games. What's interesting though is that apparently players on Steam will also be able to play other major titles like The Sims, Sims 4, and Unravel 2, multiplayer games like Apex Legends, FIFA 20, and Battlefield 5 will become available next year. And players on both Origin and Steam will have availability to play together. I don't know what the hell is Origin. No idea what the hell that is. So, does that really matter? It'd be more interesting if there was just this crossover play with console players. I feel as though that's probably the bigger thing to do, in my opinion. But there you go. And it's pretty sad to see that the multiplayer games, considering a lot of people do like multiplayer games on PC, will not be available until next year. So then, what's the point? Most PC players are already able to play Sims. I'm not sure about Unravel, but for the most part, they are able to play all these other games. So we will see exactly what transition transpires as the days go on, or months, in fact. But yeah, we'll be getting that news probably rather sooner than later. Exactly how fans feel about this. So let me know down in the comments below if you're excited for this. This is something that you want, or that you've wanted. I mean, there's a lot of other things that people want from Valve, and I doubt this is one of those things. But let me know down in the comments below what you think about this. If this interests you, if you want to know what Origin is, let me know down in the comments below. I want to know these things. Let's have this conversation. Alright, let's move on to the next news, which is Shenmue related. If you don't know, this Shenmue is a game that came out a long time ago, and they started a Kickstarter for this game. The problem is that the developers, the people, the guy in charge decided to say screw the fans, because they pre-ordered it on, I believe it's coming out for everything, but apparently there were a lot of orders on Steam, and apparently they removed it from Steam and made it exclusive for the Epic Store, which screwed over a lot of people, who wanted their money back. They demanded their money back, and then they were kind of like hesitant, didn't really want to do it. So much controversy. Then the Epic Store was like, oh, well, after all this transpired, days, in fact, maybe even weeks, they said, you know what? No. We're going to we'll pay the money. We'll give you guys back your refunds. And I think that's a huge slap to the face. And well, this is where we're at right now. This is the latest Shenmue news, which is very interesting because apparently people were saying that the file size is going to be about 100 gigs on PC. However, on console it's going to be about 28 gigs. So it could be like some misconstrued things going on here, something that's just not sitting right. So most likely that Shenmue 3 will probably just be 26 gigabytes. That's most likely what's going to be. There's going to be an update, of course, first day update, because all these people are having it. It's going to be 4.5. So that's kind of something, I guess, to look forward to. But we'll see exactly how this game is going to be, if it's going to be any good, if people are actually going to purchase this. Myself, I do not care about this game at all. At first I heard about it, I saw Video Game Donkey play the game, or talk about this game, the original ones, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe. But then with this whole controversy stuff, just how they're treating basically the people who made this game possible like crap. You know what? I'm not really looking forward to helping these people out, buying their game. It's not something I am interested in. If you're interested in it, go ahead. I'm sure there's a lot of people who don't really care. They just like, oh, okay, let me play this game. That's all they really care about. They don't really care about the politicalness or whatever, which we'll get to later from a different game. But yeah, there's a lot of things going on with games, but we'll see exactly what transpires with this one. So yeah, that's the Shenmue 3, the file size for you. Let me know if you're going to get this game, if you're going to enjoy it, or if this is a game that you're like, what? What is this garbage? Yeah, let me know in the comments below. Alright, let's move on. So the next news that we're moving on to is, well, it's an array of things that's going on with Sony. So apparently, Sony Interactive Entertainment, PlayStation, decided to trademark a bunch of PlayStation names. So Sony Interactive Entertainment has filed trademarks for the PS6, PS7, PS8, PS9, and PlayStation 10. So that's crazy, right? Well, of course, they mentioned, probably a security measure, but it is interesting that their idea machine, their logic is like, okay, we need to keep producing these. We need to make more, and more. And that actually shows you where things will be going. That they're most likely not just going to settle for the next, whatever, the PS5 that's coming out. That's not going to be their last console. Because there's a lot of speculation of whether, that's it. It's done and done. Or is there going to be more to it? But we'll see exactly what transpires and what goes on as time goes by. So, with that being said, let's go to the next thing, because this is really interesting. But we're actually going to be going on to the PlayStation 5, and apparently the specs that it has. They're talking about like the CPU. They're talking about what it's going to be able to do for games. Obviously, they're talking about the advanced large scale, and this Warriors, or I don't know this game. I think I've seen it. It's like a Warriors type game where it's like there's a bunch of characters, you slash through them. It's not a great game. Okay, if you watch G4, there's a whole thing about that, which I recommend if you can find the footage. Just there's these types of games that it's just, yeah, they're not the best. But with this, it is talking about exactly what they're going to be able to be doing, uh, boasting about the capabilities. However, boasting about this is makes it even more interesting because it's going to make you wonder, okay, if this is that powerful, how much is this going to cost? And I'm pretty positive it's not going to cost 400. I'm pretty sure it will cost at least $500. Sometimes a lot of these companies, they take a loss on the console. So who knows if they're willing to sell it for $400 or go for 500, and would they still be, uh, you know, cutting their losses? Would they still be losing money? We actually won't know until it comes out, until the news comes out of everything that's happening. However, there is going to be problems with this. And that is the whole, the trade war that's supposed to happen next year with China, because they postponed it for the holidays, because a lot of people buy their stuff from China. So we'll see exactly what happens and how much it is actually going to cost, and if people are actually going to pay that amount of money for this powerful console that has yet to have games come out for it. Maybe it's just going to be an expensive paperweight. Who knows? But they'll be releasing a lot of more information on the PlayStation 5 and its capabilities, as well as possibly the game's backwards compatibility, all that good stuff, which it is backwards compatible with PlayStation 4 games, but we'll be finding out more in February, which is why The Last of Us Part 2 was delayed to a much later time, so as well as people can, I guess, work for it to backwards compatible with the PS5. So we'll see exactly how things go and how they transpire. So, with that being said, let's move on to the next news. And, well, this is basically just a little small tidbit that someone actually kind of reviewed it. They just released this brief information. Breathtaking, unique, stunning. So that's something that a lot of people will probably read into, saying if this is the right game for them or not. Most likely, this will probably not be a game for everyone. However, it will be a game for quite a few. I think it will sell enough. But, time will tell. We'll just have to wait. He already has a great name backing, Hideo Kojima, as well as a lot of other great actors, and Kojima is definitely known for doing great video games. So we'll see exactly how this goes for him. But Kojima actually responded to this. So at first, this is exactly what it said. Tomorrow is in my hands, and it is breathtaking. Easily one of the most unique and stunning experiences I've had in all my years of gaming. More thoughts on Death Stranding to come after the November 1st embargo. And of course, the pig Twitter, of course, that he actually played the game. Is Peter correct? Well, this is what the people talk about. But Kojima actually responded to this. They responded 3:53 a.m. October 28th. This was actually posted a long time. Was it October 20th? This is a weird thing. Someone actually talked about this or mentioned something like this way before this was even. So this is really strange. Because it was actually mentioned way before. So that's kind of weird. But it says, thank you so much, Mr. Peter Thierrias, American writer known for his sci-fi novels, United States of Japan, has reviewed our game, and a great teaser comment. So that's honestly the best way to handle a situation, because at first it's not a negative response. So the last thing you want to do, like 2K games, is attack someone and straight up just say, like, no, you can't really, you don't want to do that. there's something about this that just makes everything great. This is what gaming needs to be more about, instead of these people taking, these big companies just trying to destroy these small gamers, these small businesses, these people who make a living off of this. Because that's what happened with 2K. They destroyed someone. They literally destroyed his life, and they could really care less about it. But yeah, that's just a little bit of Death Stranding stuff that's going on. It's coming out soon. I am honestly just super excited. I cannot wait. I want to play this game. Seriously, freaking amazing. And we're moving on next to this, which is holy crap. This is what you maybe clicked on Modern Warfare criticized. So they basically kind of lied in their game, in their Modern Warfare game. Apparently in the campaign, there's something, the Russians bombed it during the invasion, killing the people trying to escape. So there's this whole thing about this, where, as you can tell, is based on actual facts. However, they left the U.S. As well as other countries out of this. So it turns out the new Modern Warfare game just sort of lies about a U.S. war crime and makes it a Russian one, because it needs the U.S. forces to be seen as good guys. So I don't really have words like discuss. Like, yeah, so that's pretty messed up. So what they actually did is, instead of putting the blame on just everyone or the whole thing that happened, they decided to say, you know what, no, it was the Russians. This is actually what transpired. And at that point, you're creating just false information, providing false information for a lot of people. Maybe they won't even know about that. I didn't even know about this until this was brought up. So it kind of begs, to ask the question, are they trying to rewrite history here? What are they trying to do? They're trying to seem like they're the good guys. America has not been a good guy in such a long time. Okay, right now it is going through this horrible thing with one of the worst presidents, I believe, Donald Trump. Didn't vote for the guy. He's pure shit. He needs to go to jail and get his ass whooped. But nevertheless, this is actually what's going on there. It seems like it's just a cover up. So what it says here, so there was an attacks Highway 80 and back into Iraq. They pursued retreating Iraqi troops. So there were troops retreating, but yet the U.S. were still attacking. They were, killing these people even though they were retreating. Which, it is a pretty goddamn heinous act. If they were to give up, would you slaughter them all? I think there's a lot that's going on, in saying this, because it affects a lot of people. But I wonder if this will even do anything. The game has launched already, so there's really, nothing you can really do unless you sell all the games back or boycott it more. There are obviously more games that can be sold, and it was just recently released. But yeah, we'll see exactly how this affects the game, if they're even going to change it. I don't really know if they will, but we'll see exactly what happens in the future with this, because this looks very interesting and very impactful for a lot of players. I wonder what's gonna happen, if anything will happen. But yeah, that's it for gaming news. I want to thank you so much for watching, staying all the way to the end if you did. For more videos, make sure to click over there. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Visit Patreon if you want to, give money for this cause to have this keep going and going, because I needs it. So thank you so much, and I will catch you guys on another gaming news episode. But until then, take care and have a good day.